Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Polymaster video. And today let's check out the new Gloria alt number 2, I guess, is the name, and Cinderace. So for this unit, it's let's EX her first, because like there's really, I mean, yeah, you're gonna run her as EX. That's like kind of her thing, right? Changes types, changes the type of the sync move. Its attack, it does pretty good damage on it, all that stuff, so let's go ahead and do that. And then afterwards, again, there's like 3 different types here, so there isn't a fighting week mass mode this week, unfortunately. Although there's not really too much difference between like a fighting type grid versus like a fire type grid. It's just, you know, you pick up the fighting type sync instead, right? I guess if there's any distinction, be more between like the flying type one, but anyways, let's try fire first. That's the main one. That's, you know, that's the strongest one, at least offensively. And let's go. So plan over here, Singzu May Blaziken, debuff, do some damage, right? And then, well, hopefully not too much, because this is still the Gloria ult 2 video. Alright, here we go, the fire version of the Gloria, which is admittedly the most boring version, just because it's, you don't get any of that like gimmick stuff, right? You don't change your type, you change your sync move type, you know, you don't get new passes, whatever. You just beat them up, which, I mean, it's fine, right? You know, it's not a bad thing. Beat up the opponent. That's very that's kind of what the unit's made for. Or at least partially. But yeah, that's kind of it. You still do have to use the max move before you sync, though, just because that's your Tekken 8 multiplier, which is, you know, one of your biggest multipliers. So you kind of have to do it before you sync, which slightly sucks because you just get a bit less damage out of that. But I did have the grid built, so we get a super effective up next after that. So we get a super effective up next for our sync, which is nice. So, you know, it makes me feel less bad about it, I guess. Anyways, let's not waste it on a Powerball here. And I guess the other thing that slightly sucks is the fact that for this unit, right? After you take out the mid, yeah, unless you have like another rebuff unit on your team. Congratulations, you now do not. Wow, that is very good. That definitely does not suck. That is 132k. That's even more than the original damage limit, right? Damn, that was nice. But yeah, you don't have a sync nuke multiplier anymore. Your innate sync nuke multiplier, it's gone. It's just gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So that slightly sucks. But it's not like as big of a deal as it sounds. It sounds kind of dramatic, but it's not like that bad. Just because if you do consider it, like usually the sides aren't terribly hard to take out, although we might look like we're about to get cooked by this blizzard here. But yeah, I mean, it's usually like the mid's like the main one, right? Maybe we could have just bounced there. We're dodging things. We have that like +1 evasion, right, from the trainer move. Look at that +1 evasion coming in clutch. But yeah. As you can see, you know, once we sync here, I mean, the sunball's gone, but you know, it's not hard to see. You don't get your innate anymore. Yeah, no, because it needs the opponent to have the rebuff, and your rebuff, obviously, you can only use it once because you can only use max moves once, and the max moves is the only way for you to get rebuffs. So I guess it would have been nice if there's like a second way to get the like instead of the max move giving you like -2 rebuff on the opponent, maybe make it just like -1 rebuff, and then maybe after the first sync you like apply 1 rebuff to your opponent somewhere. I don't know. Maybe that won't work like that, but maybe like another way, like after you sync or after you use your max move, like as like that trigger condition, then like you find another way to get at least like 1 point of rebuff on your opponents as well. Maybe, I don't know. But it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice if your Tekken 8 sync isn't only usable once. Alright, next up, let's try the flying part, because yeah, this is where things get a bit more interesting, because this involves you switching your like entire type. You get complete new passes, because for the flyer one, flyer, that's fire and flying. But for the fire one, you get reduced gauges, right? With the what's this, fuel something? What was it called again? I don't remember, man. Fuel economy, right? Fuel economy 2, in fact. But for the flying one, you get piercing blows instead, or quick move, sync CD down to 9. Again, these naming conventions are gonna be but yeah. All right, next up for flying, we're still gonna keep Acerola because it's Acerola and she's still physical, so and we're gonna have flying zone. Even though again, I'm not a huge fan of this setup personally, but people like zone, so I'll show you guys zone. Right? Because I really don't think the zone matters here. Like, in my opinion, it's so much better. So much better if instead of this, Skyla that doesn't really do too much in this case, you swap that for like a Summer Liza with a big gig impact, right? Especially along with the Tapu Bulu. And then you already have like -2 flying rebuff from the max move, like. I just feel that's better than running flying zone. But again, people like flying zone, so what can I do? Alright. Max airstream. Get that in. So yeah, for the flying and fighting, these you kind of have to. You don't really have much of a choice. You just gotta do it. Before you sync, or else you just won't get the thing. Right, so yeah, like at least for fire, you could maybe you go ahead and if you really want, right, you could go ahead and get like a Sporty X sync in first, right? You could or like even in that last case, you could sync with Blaziken, get Mega Blaziken in there, get the extra physical defense debuffs, the sync with countdown, the speed, all that, like all the other great stuff that Mega Blaziken brings. I think she has fuel economy too, right after she sinks. Like in those, you could sync with like your other units first, and then like after the sync, you could use your max move. That was okay. Again, it's you can't really compare it to the fire version, right? Considering just different setups and all that stuff. Also, I did use a bounce. Right before the sync, so there's that as well for the super effective next, but yeah, that's probably what you'd expect, I guess. All right, but yeah, we have the flying set in there right now, right? With new passives. Hey, look at that, we dodged an AoE move. Isn't that nice? Although we're gonna get hit by the next one, but well, we wouldn't get hit if we were syncing with someone else, right? Okay, so yeah, get the countdown thing, right? Whatever it's called, and sync quickening, so you get the MP for the thing back. Oh, dude, I forgot bounce could paralyze. It'd be slightly funny if for some reason you went all the way up there to pick up like burn synergy and then like you paralyze on bounce. Yeah. There goes a single countdown that we didn't really need there because we were 1 away anyways. But yeah, let's yeah, again, that's the thing, right? If you don't have anyone that rebuffs on your team anymore after you take out the mid, goodbye to your rebuffs. Goodbye to your not even just rebuffs, the tech innate sync multiplier. Alright. At least with tornadoes we're getting the flinches, so we're still alive. But yeah, it's tough. Let's try that again, man. Oh, we can't do the score. Let's try that again. Okay, yeah, this time we'll use bounce first and we'll use the maximum like turn 3, which, it's a bit later, but still, right? Okay, let's do that order instead. So we'll kick off and then we'll Swords Dance first, I guess. Maybe it's better just not to bounce. Just cause like before you max move, you don't really get the change. Right? You get the change, get the passive change afterwards. So there's that, right? But anyways, let's get that in. Maybe we get a flinch here, that'd be nice. And then we'll get the max move in. We'll have the super effective up, the rebuff, you know, the innate multiplier, all that stuff. And hopefully it'll be a bit better. Alright? Hopefully it'll be a bit better here. Ouch, top blue is gonna cook. Whoops, meant to click many potions all there. Alright. Is this better, folks? Hopefully. Okay, that's the max airstream. There we go. We get a. Oh wait, I didn't pick up the super effective up next. I didn't pick up max preparation. Damn. Oh, cause yeah, I can't reach it. Yeah. Yeah. the more I use it, the more I It has some issues. It has some issues, right? So it's not a perfect unit. The fire one is fine. No notes there, right? That's fantastic. All right. The other ones.
This one's gonna be like this.
Right. Because again, now that the what's it called? Now that the mid is down, right? Guess who doesn't have a tech innate multiplier anymore? Also, especially when our teammates are down as well. Like this sync move might not even do as much of a bounce as a bounce. Obviously, bounce is like it's a 2-turn move and all, but still. Okay, it did more than the bounce. All right, and we got 3 of these back, which is not great because we don't have teammates anymore. Yeah. Now this is why I don't really like running flying zone with in this scenario. I just feel like Liza would just straight up be better, right? Because again, like it's not like you're spending a lot of gauges here anyways. Like Gloria basically doesn't spend any gauges, and flying zone, like it's just anti-Scala just doesn't really do anything for her, right? Just outside of flying zone. You don't do much. Like maybe if you get like a flincher here and there, that'd be nice, right? But it just doesn't do much for you. I'd rather just have someone throw some gig impacts there, especially if you have like ace roll on the side, right? So let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Let's get another quick run in here, and. Yeah, we do have that max double down though. That's nice.
Let's go.
All right, and you know, super duper effective 3 on bounce. But yeah, you know what? I was actually slightly excited for the. Whoops, didn't mean to use that. Turn on. It's not very good. Oh, it's all right. We have them. We have Boo. It's fine. I was actually slightly excited for this part of the units kit, but now.
Take him down.
It has issues, right? Yeah. So, all right. Let's get the max move in here. Get the flying type rebuff. Yeah, like you have the rebuff. You don't really need a zone after that as well, right? I think it's kind of overkill. Anyways, let's do that again. Max out Celestiala there at least. And yeah, look at that, man. Look at that. Beautiful. 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 Look at the big Giga impacts. Fantastic. Isn't that a lot better? I think it's a lot better. Anyways.
You can do it.
Ouch. Here we go. We can finally sync. I turned late because of the max move thing, but still. Max move and bounce. You know what? Honestly, I just shouldn't even use bounce. Like, pre-sync. Like, I just use like a powerball or whatever instead. For like a turn. I mean, you know, we just gotta like wait 1 turn, right? Just gotta wait it out for 1 turn. And like everything's good. So. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's problematic. Right? Because, again, once you take out the mid, the rebuff is gone. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I might be not that big of a fan of the flying version anymore. I'll still have to use it a bit more, though, to really say. But it's, yeah. As for fighting, there's no, like, fighting week master mode this week, so maybe we'll just save that for, like, another time when, you know, there's actually that. And the other thing about, like, the fighting version, it's just not that much different from the fire. Like, it's basically the same thing as the fire version, except you just do less damage, right? Because a high jump kick isn't as powerful as power ball, and instead of spending less gauges, you spend a bit more gauges, and you your moves never miss, and like you heal a bit after you hit. So that's kind of it. Yeah. So you do less on your sync. You do less. You know, you don't get that extra energy to pick up something like max super preparation, I guess, right? Unless you drop like max double down, but like, did you rather go for that, I guess, than like max super preparation? I don't know, it depends. Like, maybe if you want this thing to hit a bit harder. You know what, max super, I don't know, I think about it, max super preparation might actually be better. But yeah, it's just basically the fire version, except just weaker in almost every aspect offensively. But your new moves never miss, so there's that. But you do get like a, you know, nice partner in like Champion Hop, which is cool. But on the other hand, Fire has many very good partners too. So yeah. We'll check it out when there's like an actual like fighting stage. So before we go here, let's also try the 5 out of 5 grid out with the Healthy Benefits 5, aka Multiscale basically. And let's see if it's actually legit, or if it's more or less just a meme. But yeah, right. Basically, how it goes is you bounce, you have her tank. Although ideally she's like the second tank after like your main tank goes down, but I have no patience to wait for my main tank to go down. Let's just have her go in there first, head first, and yeah, you see how well you can tank, maybe do some damage, and then when you're bouncing, they miss moves on you. You get like physical move up next, right? And the max regen stuff. So I don't know. On paper, it seems all right, but you know, there's other things that seem all right on paper that haven't worked out as well. Okay, let's get the max airstream in first, just so we get the max regen in, right? Also, so we change our type to flying, so we could, you know, actually get the countdown stuff. As we use our 2-turn move. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so over here I am bringing any Sky out of the flying zone, because I might need some more support. Staying alive as the main tank. Right, we flinch, could heal, all that stuff. Please save us. Alright, let's get a bounce in. Again, I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much, just because the max move wasted like a turn anyways. Okay, no flinches. Okay, I guess confusion's something too. Alright, there we go, get that physical move up next. And we're dropping down from the bounce, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I say. The sync is lacking a bit, right? We don't have Haymaker. I guess that's like the main one. But yeah, we don't have Haymaker, but it should still, it's still a flying type, right? Still did something. Still a tech EX nuke with the thing still being there. You know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm slightly disappointed. Again, the fire one's fine. There's, you know, no issues. But man, they didn't attack us. That's, I guess, the other issue. Like, if they don't attack us, then like we're not getting the extra boost. And they're about to, that's just our like overall 2-turn move issue. Like all 2-turn move units have this issue. Like damn, they're about to sink. I don't have my 2-turn move. I'm not gonna get there in time before they sink, so I just have to queue up some other thing real fast. Or hope your other damage dealer has enough damage, which over here we clearly do not, unfortunately. But yeah, like in this case, like just sink with someone else, man. Once the mid goes down, once the rebuff is gone, so, you know, just sink with like Ace Roll. Anyways, this is your bi-monthly reminder that SC Steven exists, and SC Steven could help fix a lot of her issues. All right, we should do another video with her and SC Steven. Man, yeah, these sinks are kind of rough. So, as soon as there's no more rebuffing, because SC Steven, nice thing about him is his rebuffs are AOE, right? It's straight up AOE rebuffs. So, you know, once the mid goes down, the sides still have those rebuffs on. Again, it's not -2 rebuff; it's only -1. But at least it exists for your sync nukes. So, all right. Anyways, hey, there we go. Thank you for the +2 physical move up next. We'll take that and take your teammate out. Congratulations. Very cool. And here we go again. Barely dealing any damage. Although, the main thing over here is we've been very alive, right? Mostly, I'd say thanks to Skyla just carrying with those flinches, but let's see. Okay, that was super effective, but like a super effective hit. Didn't do a crazy amount there, right? It didn't do a crazy amount. Okay, there's no more Skylar now. Let's see how well we the rabbit survived on its own. Oh, it's over. It's over. It didn't get the chance there. And then again, we regen a bit. Okay, it's not over. We get hit one more time. Oh my god. Okay. We almost had it. But the concept in theory kind of works, right? Again, you don't have her as like the first like main tank. You just have her like as a second target. Once your main tank goes down, all right, they start attacking her, and you get all these things, right? The healthy buffer 5. You have the regen to help you regen your HP back to that healthy buffer 5 part. And ideally, you'd have your last unit beside you also have some like, or I guess even your tank or earlier on, give you some like defensive capabilities, maybe buff your defenses a bit, right? Or you know, or if your last unit has some potions that could help a bit, or like the team endurance thing. Well, I guess the endurance won't help that much because you want your HP to go back up to max, so you have the multi-scale thing again, right? But in theory, it works. In practice, probably a bit rough. It will be a lot better against like scripted stages. Like if you are like find something like a Tapu Bulu, right? You know when the big moves are coming. So you know maybe for the smaller moves, you maybe just not dodge it. And when like the wood hammer or like energy ball or whatever comes in, all right, that's when you go bounce. That's when you bounce. So, anyways. Okay, so that's that. Let's before we leave, let's go ahead and do the sync beer story here for Gloria alt, and let me find it first, all the way down at the bottom. Scalar, day with Gloria. It's her. How many days with Gloria do we have now? A lot. All right, let's go. Both Gloria and Hop were battling together as a team one day and managed to win several times in a row. Alright, we're making great progress. Let's maintain the momentum and keep our winning streak as long as we can. Yeah, with all our strength combined, we're unbeatable. What, 2 of them? Oh, I guess we're on the team too. Cinderace looks pumped too. Yeah, maybe it's because we're with you, Hop, but Cinderace seems even more motivated than usual. Because of Hop? Yeah, they got a really deep connection. Wonder if it has anything to do with his name and the fact that Cinderace is a rabbit. Hop was the one who gave me the egg I raised Cinderace from. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. It's just Hop gave her the egg. Alright, cool. So I think Cinderace might be trying to show off how strong he's become. Oh, that's neat. That's kind of cute. I don't think it has much to do with me being here. I think he takes after you, Gloria. He hates losing. Oh. I thought he was gonna say, oh, you know, you move a lot. Your Cinderace loves eating too, right? Especially mac soup. Or does Gloria drink mac soup? That's right. Cinderace and I are both huge fans of mac soup. Apparently, yes. Okay, cool. See, he's just like you. You really think so? I think he's been more influenced by you than me, Hop. When I'm battling with Cinderace, I'm often reminded of Hop and Scorbunny's intense fighting spirit. There's like two parents arguing about, oh, no, my child is more like, you know, it's more like your dad, not me. And I will say that Cinderace's tendency to get a bit too enthusiastic can be somewhat of a weak point. And well, what does that remind you of? Damn. You mean me? Or your brother. Yes, you're right. He wasn't influenced just by one person, but loads of people. When you put it like that, he sounds awfully dependable. There's so many other Pokemon and people in Pokemon on Paseo to learn from besides us. I'd like him to keep learning great tips from all of them, to keep growing better and better. I have a recommendation. There's this guy, he likes rocks. His name is Steven. Especially when he's with the Stoutland. If you learn like one thing from him, you know, instead of -2 rebuffs on one opponent, just maybe like spread it out so you could have your Tekken 8 nuke for all three of them. Okay. It's not that big of a deal, but like, actually, you know what? It is kind of a, it's a noticeable size deal, right? Because like, your teammates just don't get rebuffed, or teammates, your opponents don't get rebuff anymore, and like, which hurts your damage. And like, you guys saw the sync damage afterwards, right? Again, most of that was also, to be fair, without flying zone, and just again no rebuff for the sake of rebuff either, but like, it just started doing like nothing. Like, it doesn't just stop doing much damage. So anyways, all right, I'll stop playing. Let's finish the story. I'm looking forward to seeing how Cinderace matures from now on. Apologies for the wait. Is that Leon? I knew it. Oh, never mind. Oh, I thought he got lost again and showed up late. Your next opponents are ready, so the battle can now begin. Or they might be fighting Leon. Who knows? Oh, here it comes. All right, let's get our heads back in the game. Or it's just, you know, some unnamed person. Come on, everyone. Let's win this next one, too. All right. Well, there it is, folks. Gloria, Alt 2, and Cinderace. Again, in general, the fire is fire. The fire version is incredibly, it's good. The fire version, really, really good. Right? No complaints. Banger unit. The flying version, it can be. It's you know what? I'll give you this. The flying version, it's different. It's different at least, okay? All right. Again, the fire version, it's not like zero complaints. It's still, you know, the rebuff thing, right? The flying version, it's different, and the fighting version is fire but worse, basically. So yeah, that's the Alt 2 Gloria. Like I mentioned before, in the Shoot Some video, I was really not 100% certain on this unit, especially the flying part. So I did have to try it out first. And to be fair, I haven't used it that much yet either. I just got it. So maybe give me a bit more time with this unit, but the first impression is not the best, I'd say. The first impression is not the best. It's not as good as you know, thought it would have been, but doesn't mean it's bad. It's still a great unit, but yeah, it's definitely not something I would really prioritize if I was trying to go for something at the moment. Again, Anniversary's coming up soon. You got potential very, very new characters as well, right? And then the Leon that's up is really, really good. The Rose and Oleana, who are still up, are also really, really nice, right? And anniversary, right? So, anyways, that's me. This one. Hope you all enjoyed, guys. Think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the video for some more Pokemon content. See you guys in the next one, then.